BMW just built the SUV that Range Rover, Cadillac, and even its own M division should be terrified of. The 2026 X7 M Sport Pro isn't a trim level. It's BMW throwing down a gauntlet in the full-size luxury SUV war, and the way they did it is almost aggressive, because buried inside this thing is a spec so extreme, so unexpected for a 7-seat family hauler that even longtime BMW loyalists are going to be shocked. Keep watching, because at the end of this video, I'm revealing the one number that's making rival automakers panic right now. Let's start with the exterior, because this isn't the subtle X7 you remember. The Sport Pro package throws BMW's massive vertical kidney grille into an illuminated, blacked-out finish that somehow looks even more dominant in person than it does in photos. Widened M aerodynamic body cladding flares out the fenders, giving this SUV a stance that looks like it was chiseled rather than manufactured. Up front, laser headlights slice through a redesigned bumper with functional brake ducts, not fake vents for show, actual ducts feeding air to brakes that are borrowed almost directly from BMW's M Performance lineup. And this is where things get interesting, because BMW didn't stop at looks. The Sport Pro badge means adaptive 2-axle air suspension tuned specifically for this trim, active roll stabilization and rear-wheel steering that lets a vehicle nearly 17 feet long change direction like something half its size. Wheels stretch up to 23 inches, wrapped around massive M Sport brakes with 6-piston calipers up front. This is a 3-row family SUV that can seat 7 people comfortably and still embarrass sports sedans on a back road. That contradiction alone is why this car is about to dominate conversation online. Now, before we go further into what's under the hood, let's pause for a second. If you're the kind of person who genuinely appreciates a deep, honest breakdown instead of recycled press release fluff, this is exactly the kind of channel you want to be subscribed to. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and you'll never miss a release like this one again. Alright, back to it. Under that massive hood sits BMW's electrified twin-turbo powertrain, delivering brutal, immediate torque thanks to hybrid assistance working alongside the combustion engine. 0 to 60 comes in a time that used to be reserved exclusively for sports cars a decade ago, and yet this thing weighs over 2.5 tons. That's the kind of physics-defying performance BMW engineers are clearly proud of, because they didn't hide it. They built the entire Sport Pro identity around proving that size and speed aren't mutually exclusive anymore. Step inside and the drama continues. Sport Pro trim brings extended merino leather, illuminated M badging stitched into the headrests, and a redesigned center console finished in high gloss trim that looks more like something from a private aviation cabin than an SUV. The curved BMW display dominates the dashboard, running the latest iDrive software with augmented reality navigation that overlays directions directly onto a live camera feed. Third-row passengers aren't an afterthought either. They get their own climate zone, USB-C charging, and enough legroom that adults can actually sit back there on longer trips without complaint. But here's the part almost nobody is talking about yet. While every other channel is focused on horsepower figures and acceleration numbers, they're completely missing the detail that's about to shake up the entire luxury SUV segment. And that detail is pricing strategy. BMW positioned this Sport Pro trim dangerously close to Range Rover's flagship pricing, while offering a level of standard performance hardware that Range Rover doesn't even provide as an option. So here's the number I promised you. Fully loaded, the 2026 X7 M Sport Pro is expected to push past the $145,000 mark once you add the executive rear seating package, the Bowers and Wilkins Diamond surround sound system, and the extended Shadowline exterior trim. That's a full-size SUV pricing itself directly against Range Rover's most expensive trims, Mercedes-Maybach's GLS lineup, and even entry-level Bentley Bentegas. BMW isn't just competing in this segment anymore. They're trying to redefine what a 3-row luxury SUV is even allowed to cost. And that's exactly why this release matters so much. The X7 M Sport Pro isn't just an update to an aging platform. It's BMW declaring that the era of choosing between luxury, performance, and practicality is officially over. If this breakdown gave you real value, make sure you're subscribed, because next we're putting this head-to-head against the Range Rover SV, and that comparison is going to get intense.